Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're gonna be hitting Linux Mint. We're gonna be doing some more distro hopping. Um, so this isn't an obscure distro. In fact, a lot of people are probably gonna be recommending this to me if this sort of thing ever catches on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff like this and Manjaro out of the way. While in between me doing some of the weirder entries. But with that, um, yeah, let's go. Okay, so we're in Linux Mint. We're in the installation boot. So with that, let's say goodbye to Google Chrome OS and say hello to Linux Mint. All right, and we're in. Um, so I could set up everything like a good boy and make sure everything's up to date. But I have some unfinished business with a certain set of drivers that are green flavored. So with that, I'm going to see if I can install those NVIDIA drivers finally and break the curse. Okay, that's what I would say if my keyboard would do anything. Oh boy. Yes, much easy to use, much wow. Uh, okay, this is gonna be more involved than I thought it would be. So I guess I am gonna try and set this up first, and then we'll get at those NVIDIA drivers. Okay, immediately, just trying to get this all sorted out so that I could display this out. I'm having a big issue with not being able to set my... I can't set the screen properly so that you guys could see it. Eh. And then this is new. Alright, set that. I swear this is in landscape mode when I press this. Oh, it goes up right this time. It keeps going sideways for some reason, but this should be good. Maybe I scrolled that on accident. Anyway, alright, so I'm doing an update. Hopefully that'll fix my keyboard problem. I do have one hooked up in the meantime. However, alright, now's the time to see if, well, after everything's updated, it's time to see if this will finally work or not. And would you look at that? Not only does the keyboard now work after one update later, but now we got the NVIDIA drivers going on. So next thing to do, besides in the background installing some Asus related stuff, is to do some gaming. Alright, now that that's downloaded, let's start with the usual and then we'll work up from there. First, Counter-Strike source. Now, if we get this is Linux Mint, so this should get frames per second pretty easily. In fact, I'm feeling pretty confident, so we'll turn everything up. High, very high. Everything very high, reflect all. Everything enabled. Let's max this out. Go 16 by, well, let's go 16 by 10. CPU players, put it on normal. Even the easy bots could be pretty tricky if you're a noob. Bots join random. Looks good. Always picks this map. Alright, hopefully the mouse doesn't go all wonky. That way. Okay, the mouse works. And ow, 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 ow. I forgot to turn on our stat checker thing. Let's see, performance monitor. Show top left. Show me everything. Alright, we're getting 60. That is definitely good enough. I think we're pretty much maxing out our monitor. If the monitor was set to 60. So that's a good sign. I mean, then again, it's Linux Mint, so it should be. Ugh. Alright, so we're maxing out at 60, so that should be a good sign. Let's see what happens if we go uncapped or no VSync. Video. We don't have an option for that. So I'm guessing that we're doing more than good enough. We'll do one more round just because I want to prove that I'm not a lobotomite at this game. Speaking of not being, I forgot to buy stuff. Oh well. Wow. Okay, one more. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. What can I afford? Ooh, I get the best rifle. The other best rifle. One of the rifles. Where is everyone? I'm the only one alive. And they only have one. That's down. Ah. Okay, one more. I swear I'm not bad. Equipment. Oh my. Hey, I got one kill. Okay, I think that'll be it for this game. Fix it out here. Okay, to be honest, I don't have a lot of really graphically intensive game. So what I'm gonna do is I do want to test how well games with anti-cheat work. So we have Helldivers 2. Resident Evil 3 is probably the most graphically intensive game I have. And then we have 3D Mark. And I think I'll start with 3D Mark first, just to let this download. And also just to see where we're at graphically, if it's going to be the same as on Windows or not. So, here we go. Alright, and 30 gigabytes, 3. Oh, wait, hold up. So we should have quite a few benchmarks in here. Let's see. Let's start with Steel Nomad, since that should be pretty demanding. Or, yeah, start with the heavy version. Sounds not available in the demo. Oh boy. So my system's pumping away. I don't have a frame of reference. I think it was around this frame rate when I tried it on Windows. We'll see how it scores, because I know my laptop in particular gets really good for a 4060. So if it's anything below legendary or very good, it's probably something buggy with Linux. All right, and we got a score of 1851. That's actually, let's see, the average is, so it's falling below average. Oh, oh wait, I'm on performance. Let's see. CPU peaked once and then not again. What does it say here? Graphics driver is not approved. Ah! Alright, so we didn't score quite as well as we could have. So I'm actually guessing it's something to do. I don't have stable drivers. I actually have the latest ones. Let's try a different one. I know how about solar bit? Because I know we could do some light ray tracing. And ooh, we're actually getting quite a bit. We can also try the heavy one as well. I think this is the one that I tested to see how well it compared to other systems like this one. And so far it seems to be doing pretty good. Okay, it went pretty good, but once again, we're kind of below the average. And as I mentioned, this one tends to hit pretty high above its weight. I would try and prove it to you, but I don't want to reinstall Windows. So my sources, just trust me, bro. Just for funsies, let's see how well the extreme version does. And I'm gonna be honest, I expected to crash, but hey, look at this. Doing real good. Let's see how it's a little different, a little more detailed. I'm not sure if 3D Mark is optimized for Linux. I think it is, but not completely sure. And if it's not, then that probably explain why I'm getting below average. If it's not, then I have no idea what I'm talking about. I mean, that's kind of the usual for this channel, but you know. And once again, we are showing a bit below average. I guess it's still good enough for 4060, but it's kind of getting the 4050 territory, maybe? I don't know. In any case, not gonna set any records, but if you're just absolutely tired of Windows, it should be firmly in the realm of serviceable and good enough. Alright, next up we got Helldivers 2. Just gonna run a quick mission, probably only like 2 stars since I'm bad at the game, and also just for testing purposes. Because as much as a level 9 or 10 mission would test our CPU usage, I'm not good at that. I mean, I guess we could try level 4 and then get deleted right away. We'll see. Hey, would you look at that? Don't tell anyone, but I don't want to be treasonous, but I also need more time to serve Super Earth. Yeah, we're in game. Alright, so it seems everything works, including the anti-cheat, which is fun. Okay, so what the heck happened? PCS tweet? Okay. Honestly, I haven't kept up in this game in forever, so let's try an Illuminate mission. Surely that won't go horribly. Let's see, what mission do I want to go? We'll try medium. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, let me make sure I'm on private so I don't get scoped by someone. Wait, what's my settings right now? Matchmaking privacy, invite only. Game mode, graphics. Apply. Graphics. Motion blur all the way down. No, we'll do medium. Oh, yeah. Discard. Motion blur is. Alright, I forgot what we're supposed to use for squids, so I'm probably just gonna go with a mix of anti-armor. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I see no problems with this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I don't know what to pick. I guess anti-material, can't go wrong with that. Um, a drone, because I'm terrible at aiming. Uh, a 380 barrage. No, I'm just kidding. Walking barrage it, to complain to the manager. Yeah, you know what? Heck it. 380 barrage to also complain to the manager. If only I could have included a turret to show just how much of a noob I am. Actually, I should have took rocket turrets. All right, we're getting just under 60. Oop, never mind. We're getting a little over 60 frames per second. Ah, jeez, mouse in the way. There we go. Ugh. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go here first. I forgot if I picked medium or heavy armor. Considering I have up to 6 stims. This looks like medium armor, so I'm guessing I took medium healing armor. Whatever you call it. Oh, I was gonna make a joke. Oh no, for Super Earth, I forgot how to swim. Yes. Find objective location. Oh no, I forgot this isn't Fortnite and you can't just climb over stuff. Can I? Boo. Ow. Why'd that deal so much damage? Oh yeah, I forgot to call in my stratagems. And I forgot how to call. Ow. Forgot how to call in my stratagems. Oh. Wait, what? What? Jump. Ow. I should have not picked a 3 difficulty mission. Where's the stupid box anyway? I sure I played this game before. And I missed every shot. Ow. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Okay, well now I can't release this video anymore because everyone's gonna be complaining about how bad I am at the game, but hey look, we got frame rate. Ow. I pressed the stim button. Alright, you know what? Screw this whole area with a cactus. With a cactus. That wasn't far. Oh no! Oh no! Where was I even supposed to go again? I don't even like this one. I usually like the other SMG. Undemocratic. Socialist voteless. Basically, anytime someone disagrees with a political opinion. Actually, ironically enough, machine gun's probably better than the anti-material rifle. Where even is black box? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to call it in, huh? Am I? I feel like I'm supposed to call it a black box or something. Or I'm supposed to go here. No! Ow. Ow. Where am I supposed Am I doing this in the wrong Yeah, no, I'm supposed to get the black box first, and then why did you put me here? I... let me out. Let me out. Release me. Oh my god. If you saw my layout right now, you'd probably understand why my mouse movement sucks so badly right now. Because I got no room for my mouse. Also, what is the sensitivity? Oh yeah, I don't have to turn back and forth. No. Black box move? I feel like it moved. Now. That took way too long. What? Hmm. I don't mean to do that. Oh, come on. What do I got? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna concede I suck. Why am I so far away from all of this? Is it here? Oh, yeah, it's probably here. I'll give you back your democracy in the form of it. What? Uh-huh. No, 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 no. Ah! Wait, you mean to tell me I spent, Oh, wait, no, I only spent 12 minutes. I thought I spent, like, um... How do I math? Like 28 minutes. Okay, so looks like Helldivers runs pretty smoothly. Now, excuse me while I totally don't try and redeem myself by playing another mission with proper equipment this time. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna do what do you call it, Resident Evil 3 since yes, thank you. Nope. Um we already did the 3D mark and I feel like that's good enough for testing the graphics. Along with this game too. This game looks good enough. This is it running on ultra everything. Show it to you right here. Everything's running at the max it can. Don't know why my mouse is so choppy, but yeah, see, everything looks nice, easy peasy. Are we running? Where did it go? Let's try native. What's the worst that could happen? Our GPU is still, everything's still pretty much locked. So, you can see graphics isn't a problem even for our 4060. Let's see, the main thing I want to go over as well is getting out of here first of all. But game, how Linux Mint actually runs. I mean, if you're on a desktop, it's perfectly fine. You're probably not going to be worried about things like battery consumption because you're not on battery, or electric consumption because you're not on battery or on a laptop. And I mean, the browser works good. I could try a few of the games, including the software manager, but oh yeah, by the way, the software manager. So they do have basically like a Linux store where you could download anything you want. It makes it really easy to install stuff. Like there's Blender. I'll show you that right now. There's Blender. There's Steam. There's VirtualBox, which I want to try next and last. But as far as the actual experience, it's pretty good. Although this thing gets hot. Like if we go here, row X, waiting for update. Oh, well, now it decides to be all nice and quiet, but even something as simple as downloading games could make this spike all the way up to 80 or 90. But right now it seems to be fine. Like if you set on quiet, it's set to silent. Set the fan curve as low as you want. Usually tends to make itself go up. And then raise everything above 70 up to 100. Yeah, make this thing run nice and quiet. And as you can see here, we have, oh, okay, so not too bad. 2 hours and 15 minutes remaining. I mean, it's no 10-hour battery or even 5-hour battery that you get from normal use on Windows. But if you really just want to get away from Windows and you don't care so much about battery life, like if you're looking for a desktop experience, this could be for you. Now, originally, the reason I wanted to run Windows through VirtualBox is because I figured that mainly I figured this number here would be a lot higher. Like if you get like 5 hours, you probably get like 8, 6 or 9 hours on battery here. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe something like Pop OS will be better. Something that's actually goes out of its way to be compatible with closed source drivers. However, in this case, what I've noticed is a lot of Linux distributions tend to be kind of poor with the battery. But in any case, last but not least, I want to see if you can have your cake and eat it too. Get away from Windows and still use Windows. All right, so a couple of days and barely any 3 days later, I actually just took a break from this and came back to this. This the virtual box isn't working. Whenever I try to start it up, it just goes, nope, sorry. And to be honest, I think a dual boot situation, or in my case, just straight up running Windows, is probably going to be a lot better, barring something like Pop! OS actually having good battery life. But eventually we'll get around to testing that. But for now, thank you for watching. If you managed to watch through everything, if not, I understand. But uh, looking forward to the next one. Oh, one last thing. I did mention using Windows, but ironically enough, both Windows and OBS is kind of freaking on me. Windows decided that it was gonna crash and that my clicks mean nothing anymore, and OBS will not recognize it won't recognize my Elgato card at all. I know it's old and probably needs to be replaced, but I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Except no, it is kind of broke, or at least I can't get it to work. So yeah, there's all of that. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention too, if you really hate Windows, I suppose Linux Mint is pretty good. So try it out. But yeah, see ya. Ah, suddenly it doesn't want to crash on me. Huh. Right after I'm already finished. And I already got my use out of it. But yeah, suddenly it's not crashing anymore. Take that. Alright, editing PJ because I'm a bit of a dunce. So I forgot to mention a very important detail. You'll see here that my battery's discharging, but well, it actually could be lower than this, but it's pretty low right now. We're only using the AMD power saver mode, so we're not using the NVIDIA card is turned off. And look at this. Uh, it's kind of low right now because I have to have it plugged in so that I mean I have to have it plugged into my capture cards, so it's outputting a display, and we're getting 5 hours at about 60% battery. So I would say that's pretty good. Let me put this on silent. See if that helps anything. Put this on quiet or on power saver, and yeah. So the battery, I know I showed about 3 hours of battery at this setting. It could be much higher when you actually turn off the graphics card. There is a bit of a caveat though, in that for some reason, if you want to switch to on-demand or performance mode, and honestly, there's probably not much point going on-demand. Maybe there is, but either way, if you want to switch, uh, it's gonna say that you have to log out and log back in. So you have to type in your password, and then so it's not a power cycle. You just log out and log back in, and I'll show that right here. If it'll work. Yeah, so it'll tell you that it's ready to switch, but it hasn't switched yet. I don't know why it specifically requires a log out and log in rather than a power cycle or just doing it like it does on Windows. But yeah, so we'll do that right now. Out. And then everything crashes, but under normal circumstances, it'll be back in on-demand mode or whatever you pick. But it'll make the battery go lower, so you kind of have, yeah, as you can see here, the battery's lower. Let's see if you turn this on, but yeah, so you can still get your hybrid GPU. You can have your iGPU and your dedicated graphics when you want to. It's just you need to plan it out a little bit more, and it's not as seamless as Windows is. But for those of basically what I'm trying to say is I was wrong about only having this much battery. You get a lot more if if you switch this over. Like if I wasn't plugged into the iGPU, it'd probably get close. It said something like 10 hours. So I'm guessing the discharge rate was somewhere in probably about 3 or 4 watts, which is excellent for this type of laptop and among the best power draw you could get at it, even just for doing absolutely nothing. And also, finally, I will show a little bit of Resident Evil 3 playing, maybe a benchmark, just so that you don't feel, what's the word? I had a funny thing I was gonna say, but just so you don't feel betrayed and uh, betrayed out of Resident Evil 3 gameplay, I'll put that up right now. I just want to add, it's amazing how the minute, absolute minute I hit the record button, there's an update and I forget how to speak the only tongue I know, which is English. Okay, I honestly thought this was pre-rendered, but wow, look, we're in game and costumes have been added and graphics are, I put the preset to max and then lower the texture quality to high. But everything else should be pretty much maximized. Oh, Fidelity FX is off. And wow, we're getting 60 FPS. What is going on? Why can't I grab this box? Is that a box? Who's there? Keep it down, I'm trying to sleep. Huh? How do I feel like the door's about to bust down? Alright, we'll back to bed. I mean, there's a lot of frame rate happening, so I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty alright. I'm gonna wait for the first jump scare and then I'll exit. Eh. Yeah, I think you get the point. Basically anything that will run on Windows will probably also run here. Yeah, that's it. I probably did that outro about 5 times, so bye-bye. Uh-oh, things are happening. You're a zombie. Okay, I can't show that. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, by the way, you got your boinked. She's still alive.